For my lightning talk, I chose to do it on Ho Chi Minh. Ho Chi Minh was totally dedicated to the cause of freeing his people from French rule and foreign domination. He gave up having a family and community for the cause. He was born in 1890, son of a minor official and growing up in a middle-class society. He demonstrated against the French influence and the puppet emperor at the time, Bao Dai. And for that, he got expelled from Vietnam, and he left in 1911 and traveled some of the world. He visited many countries, America, France, China, and while he was spending time in Paris, he joined the French Socialist Party when he also discovered the anti-colonial writings of Vladimir Lenin's Bolshevik Revolution. He adopted the communist beliefs and mindset. He helped establish the Indo-Chinese Communist Party in Hong Kong in 1930. When Germany seized France during World War II, 1940, permitting the French to continue colonial regime in Vietnam. At this same time period, Ho Chi Minh had moved back to Vietnam with the sole idea of freeing his people, starting the Viet Minh, also known as the Vietnam Independence League, in 1941. They relied primarily on guerrilla tactics for their fight for independence. Ho Chi Minh reached out to America and the OSS, which was formerly the CIA, became the CIA, and supplied the movement with arms, changing the movement into the Viet American Army. Ho's beliefs were very inspired by the great American democracy, and was sure that they would help him escape colonial rule. But this is when I started to ask the question. My belief was, or my history with America was that they were a colonial country. But the USA at the time had this fantastic facade that it was free and liberating, the myth of the time for America, and Ho liked this ideology. They were the revolutionary underdog that challenged imperial overlordship. The people rose as one against the British foreign tyrant with self-determination, liberating themselves. America had never had an empire or exploited the Asian peoples, and that was something Ho looked up to. The president at the time, too, Roosevelt, promised a post-war world for all peoples to choose the form of government under which they would like to live. Freeing Indochina was a near obsession for Roosevelt, though it had also been noted that he lacked much strategy in that. However, when President Truman moved in, he had a very different agenda. When Ho Chi Minh made the speech for Declaration of Independence for Vietnam, he used the opening lines that Thomas Jefferson had used for the American Declaration of Independence, and I quote, "That all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness." Ho Chi Minh used these lines to inspire his people and show the Americans that he respected them, and that he wanted friendship and support for his own revolution. Ho Chi Minh would never be a natural ally for the States because of his ideas that lied heavily in communism. However, USA saw him more of a nationalist first and a communist second. And I thought it was ironic how this perception can change so drastically, because now America has this very poor reputation from people that are within the country and without the country, or outside of the country, of being a very right-wing, borderline extremist country, causing conflict not only overseas but within themselves as well. And you can maybe start to see this a beginning of a collapse inwards on itself, because of the incredible wealth divides, the race wars that exist, the colonial background that they're built upon, the environmental pressures that are starting to show, and their deep rooting within capitalism. For me, it's bizarre how much ideologies can change, leaving so many Americans uncertain for their future. Thanks.